Hi guys, and welcome to this Thriving Business video. Today I'm going to show you how you can create a checklist for yourself using Microsoft To Do from your Microsoft 365 business subscription. So to get started, I'm going to share my screen. So To Do is available in a couple of places. So we'll jump into office.com on the web, and we head to the app launcher at the top here, and To Do, which is down the bottom here. So we'll jump into the web version to start with, just so you can see the different versions. I work in the desktop version, but I work on a Mac, so things sometimes look a little bit different. So that's why I thought I would start with the web version, and we'll see how we go. Now my internet is going to be difficult. There we go. Right, it's taking a moment. Background music. So Microsoft To Do, for those of you who don't know, is a task planner checklist. You can have your daily list of tasks. It syncs to your planner. So if you have assigned tasks to yourself with a due date in planner, then you will find them come up in your To Do. If you have tasks in your calendar, you can, or you've got flagged emails in your calendar from Outlook, they will also pick up in your To Do account. So while that's taking a moment to think about itself, I'm just going to open it up. So be aware, mine is open on a Mac. So it's the app on the Mac version. Of course, now that I've pressed that button, it's going to open up. There we go. I'll just jump into my account. I always choose no for that, just because I jump between a few different accounts, but for you, that's fine. So in this version here, so it's picking up, so it's got a couple of really handy tools. The first one is that it's picking up and reading through all of your emails so that it can tell you this should be a task. So I'm going to, let's choose this one here. So just as an example to show you, this one, I've got an email where I'd said I was going to send some stuff. I can add it to my day. I can mark it as completed, or I can delete it. So if I add it to my day, if we go now up here, so this is my daily list, you can see it's also popped it here. I'm adding it as a task. So if I open that up, you can see it's all over here. What it's done is it's given me the title of the email is now the title of my, and I can go in and edit that, and I can call it Google Analytics. This has got the email, and it's just sort of a summary. It's a snapshot of what's come from the email. I can open it in Outlook, and that will automatically then open up Outlook on the web, because it's obviously all linked, and it will show me that. I can pop some notes in, and I can add some steps. So if I go this one and go enter, that's the name of the task now. I can add a file, so I can add attachments if I wanted to. I can set a reminder. At the moment it's set for tomorrow, but I can change the date. So I can say, okay, I now want it to be, I'll do that on Monday. So it's now Monday, and save. You can see it's now due then. You can set it up as a recurring task. And if you use categories from Outlook or anything like that, you'll see these are the same categories that I use for Outlook. So I can change this, and I could make it Thrive Admin. So it's now an admin task, and you'll see over here, the task name is here, the due date is here, there's an email attached, and it's been categorized this way. So that's how you can, and you can mark it as important as well, which is quite handy when you're trying to work through what you need to get done. What I wanted to show you in this video though is how I can create a checklist and a task. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. My assigned to me tasks, these are all the ones that have come from my planner board. I've got some flagged emails, and I've got some set tasks that I have. So that task we've just created sits here under tasks, and I've got some that are set up with a few different steps. I am going to create a new task. So I'm going to add a task, and I'm going to call it client onboarding, which is a really handy one for you to have. I'm just going to hit enter to create it. And at the moment, that's the task. So you see, this is the name of the task. I can now add some steps. So the first step that I have for client onboarding, just from my end, is that we do add folder to lead. Then the next step would be proposal sent, proposal accepted. I'm just going to do a very quick summary. Then it's service agreement sent, service agreement signed. Then we go create SharePoint site, create planner, create OneDrive, welcome email. Okay, so that might be my standard onboarding process. I can add it to my day. I can set a reminder. I can make it repeat. I can pick a category. So for now, I'm just going to call this client onboarding test client will be the name of the task. So that is my task, and it's sitting here as client onboarding. I can set a due date. So I can say, there we go. I can pick a date and I say I want all of that onboarding done from having the proposal sent to having it signed off. Let's say I'll just make it the next Friday and save. So it's set there. It's got a due date. Okay, so now I'm going to actually, just to compare, I'm going to show you now my local ones. So when I go in the morning and I can open things up and go, oh, what's going on here? Oh, in my tasks. Oh, I've got that test client. Right. How are we traveling with that? Okay, well, today when I've come in, I've done, and this is my favorite part, it's the ding. So I've created that folder. Done. And I've sent that proposal. You'll see as I'm doing them, it's now showing that 2 of 9 tasks are done. So all of these might be done. So I can go, okay, when we get to here, if I can go through and manually tick, love that sound. So that's now 9 of 9 are done. But of course, just because I've done things on that checklist doesn't mean that the task is done. It might be waiting for something, or there might be something holding. Once the task is complete, done, nice green tick at the top, and it moves into my completed tasks. Awesome. The other thing you can do is you can actually create a list. So this is, I have a couple that I use. One is my Microsoft Dynamos, and you'll see so this is a group, and in a group I can create tasks and recurring tasks, which is quite handy. So as an example, I could have a list for test client. Now in that test client, I can add specific tasks. So we've got onboarding. We've got, let's say we've then got schedule work. Then we've got invoice, thank you, and testimonial. That might be if it was a single project. And I can, again, each task, I can set a due date. So say, okay, so onboarding, I'm going to say is due by tomorrow. Scheduling the work is due by next week. The invoice is due, we'll pick a date that's a little bit further down the track. Let's make that there, save. And then the thank you and testimonial will also have a due date of the 8th, okay? I can order them here. I can sort them by due date, so they're actually working in order. And again, for this test client, I can literally just tick things off as they're completed, which is honestly, the tinging sound is the best part. The other thing that I can do is I can create a task that is if you've got, sorry, cannot speak suddenly. If you've got a client where you work for them regularly, so if you're a social media manager and you've got a client and you do a monthly report, you can simply have a task called monthly report, create and send, okay? Then what you can do, which is the bit I love, is create all of the individual steps. So you may have that you need to list which particular platform. So we go data from IG, data from FB, data from Pinterest, depending on what you do. Then you would report, send, right? That might be your process every month. I'm assuming it's more complicated than that. But what you can do here is you can actually repeat. So you can set it as a monthly task. It's due monthly and it's due, we can pick a date. So let's make it tomorrow. Done. So it's due tomorrow and it's a monthly report. So I'm just going to jump out of test client and back in. So there are a couple of things. I can go in and manually check each of those, or I can literally say, you know what, I've done that. Great. Automatically now I have another task appear because it's a recurring appointment. This appointment is now a monthly report to create and send for test client, and it is due on this day. It's there. It's done. It's amazing. So every day I open up my to-do and I have a look at what's sitting in my, so it'll be in my planned as well. So if I now go down to the 18th of April, there it is, monthly report, create and send. So it pops up in my planner, and my planner is organized by all planned and it's by due date. So what I have due first is at the top and I can work through my planner. I can add things to my day so that I can tick them off, but I usually just work from my planned list. So Microsoft Planner is, Microsoft To Do is the next stage from working in tasks on Outlook, and it gives you the flexibility. You can have To Do on your phone so that you can see things when you're on the go. If you respond to an email or see something come in, you can create it and it will sync across everything. So if you're not already using a system like this, then check out To Do. It is included for free with your Microsoft 365 for Business subscription. And it's been fabulous for me because it helps me keep on track, and everything's in one place across all of my different planner boards, across all of my different clients. I can keep everything central. If you've liked this video, then you can subscribe to Thrive's YouTube channel so that you get updated whenever we post new content. You can like and share the video with anyone that you think this would benefit from this information. And if you would like more support with your Microsoft 365 subscription, you should absolutely come along and join the fun over in Microsoft Dynamos. It's our free Facebook group, and it's where you'll get more resources, live training sessions, custom content specifically for members, and all of the latest on what's happening with Microsoft 365. As always, if you have any questions or comments, you can comment on this video. You can follow Thrive on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or Pinterest to get all of the latest updates from us. And you can message me directly via marianne@thriveadmin.com here on this video, or you can get in touch with me via any of the social media channels.